We went through, checked it for flatness, checked our moisture content, everything's good to go. We've laid down our underlayment. It's going to be different things for different manufacturers. For our purposes, this is an approved underlayment for this product, okay? And then we've got our, we've snapped our working line and we've measured back. We're going to have an equal size on each side. That's just how it goes. Okay, that's the main thing that we're looking for. When it comes to putting this in, it's real simple. Just some blocks. You for sure want to put some blocks where the joint of the pieces are. Okay, we're going to use a tapping block. Okay, and just okay. That's it. Okay. Now, it's real important though to read the directions. Okay. Each manufacturer has a preferred, some of them want the tongue side sticking out, some want the groove side sticking out. Okay. And it's designed to go together that way, so if they say one way, don't try and force it, okay? But it's also very imperative with the expansion joint that you have that all the way around, whatever it calls for, because if that floor does start to move and say you've got this nice and tight against that wall, it could move just a little bit on an angle and it's going to get pinched on that wall and then it's going to create a hump in the center, okay? Nothing is supposed to be locked into this. Okay, when you go to put your molding on after the fact, you nail it into the wall, never nail it into the floor. And if it's going into a kitchen, make sure that the cabinets are already in and you put that around, and you may want to have a talk with them about stopping it 5/8 of an inch from the underneath the appliances, okay? And because that could cause some issues.